What's up, dudes? Today we paint a quick little piece with the new Acme Custard, so let's go ahead and get cracking. We got the New York fat cap on there too, so we should definitely talk about that. That's the stock tip that comes on these cans, and I think we're the only one that does a real true blue New York fat cap stock tip. I know there's a clone out there that some other people use, but this is the real deal, baby. It's the real deal. But you know, it's a very nice, good cap for fading, good cap for outlining, stuff like that. You can get very, very clean outlines. Very, very nice cap, you know, just for a good all-arounder. And as you can see, this yellow, it lays down real thick for a yellow. Very nice coverage. It doesn't drip too much. I mean, obviously, you could make it drip if you wanted to. You know, you could always make stuff drip. But, you know, as far as yellows go, it's very nice and very thick. And that's really what we're looking for. Yellow is so light. You know, you could already see what the yellow looks like. I want to use the black. Let's try this gray out, actually. We don't hardly ever use gray. This way you can kind of see what the cap looks like a little bit more clearly. Now, as you can see, it is technically a fat cap, but it doesn't spray terribly fat because this is a medium pressure paint. So it's not too much in the pressure, but it's not too low. It's kind of in the middle, but it does put out a nice volume. Very, very nice. What am I even drawing here? Biscuit. Let's compare it to a Lego. Now, in this scale, it may look very similar, but I should be able to get a little bit thinner lines with the Lego, in theory. And as you can see, they are a little bit thinner. Not by much, but they are a little bit thinner. Now, you can get extremely fine lines with the level 1. You'll find you have a lot more control with it compared to these other caps right here. It looks a little bit similar in the size, but really, like, if you do those real pressure sensitive lines, it feels like it has a lot less pressure coming out, or a lot less flow, you know what I mean? So it is very, very clean, very nice. Of course, you can do the fades right here. Now you can definitely tell a difference right here. Look, I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but you see how much softer the fade is. See how the fade is more buttery and soft versus the Lego, which is more of like a hard line with just a little bit of fade coming off of it. Because that's because this cap is a little bit lower pressure, a little bit of a softer spray, and it allows the paint to kind of atomize more out of the can, you know what I mean? So the droplets are smaller and they spread out much further, and you get a much more cleaner fade out of it versus something like this with the Lego cap. Now we're really splitting hairs here, you know, but if you're in a situation where you really need that real proper kind of deft control and that really nice fade, I mean, that's a real buttery fade. I mean, look at that right there. Oh man, that's a beautiful fade. Look at that. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Very nice. That's my throwy character right there. It looks good. Okay, so as you can see, you can get a variety of different types of spray out of these cans, man. Really cool stuff. We'll just do a couple quick tags, and I'll hit up Stu real quick. And we got Toke It Up. Toke It Up. Give a shout out to Toke It Up. What did he have to say on this video? He said RIP Smash Ink, which we gotta pour some out for the dead homies right there, man. I really wish we can bring Smash Ink back. Who knows what the future holds out for us? You know what I'm saying? That's why you should never give up hope. Never give up hope. Let's try and put a Casper in here. The Caspian Sea Monster. All right. Let's see if that's... It goes on real thick, and I'm trying to do a real thick fill here because the thing with the yellow is yellow doesn't hide very well. This does cover, but it doesn't hide what's underneath as well because it's a yellow. Nevertheless, we're getting a pretty good fill here, so I can't complain too much. Go ahead and fill it in real quick. This is going to be a little quickie, you know. So as you can see, you know, for a yellow, we're getting pretty good fill action, and I'm not really doing like, you know, a real solid job here. I'm just kind of like, you know, just kind of going with it. But you know, I gotta say, I can't complain. And that was kind of the idea of it. You know, like we needed to get another yellow, and we were all kind of like, you know, we gotta have something that covers well, because we don't have a lot of colors right now. We can't really afford to, like, you know, invest into something that's going to be like not that cracking, you know. And this is going over the gray, and like I said, it doesn't hide as well as other types of colors because it's a yellow. That's just the nature of yellows. But it's doing all right. It's doing all right for a yellow. And you know, I've used this yellow can already. It was like probably like 3/4 of a can, and I think I'm going to be able to fill this in with one whole can and still have some left over, so that's pretty cool. Go ahead and fill this in. Okay, I'll fill it in. There you go, right there. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm really excited to have this yellow in, because it's good to have these kind of hit-off colors, you know, because sometimes, you know, you get kind of stuck with like the blues and greens and stuff. You need like something to kind of stand out, you know. Nothing stands out like a nice bright yellow. And now that I'm looking at it, let me take off my shades. It's definitely, it's almost like a caterpillar yellow slash a curry yellow, or in between those two. So you can find a lot of uses for it for sure. All right, we'll just fill that in right there. And all right, so we got Custard. Did I spell it right this time? I hope I did. You gotta know GR, man. His hand's moving faster than his mouth. That's what she said. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and start doing some stuff. Why don't we put some of this purple on here? Get that OJ, that purple stuff. You know what I mean? This might be a longer video, but you guys been asking for a longer video, so this will be good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. This is Lilac Light, by the way. Lilac Light. You know, and all we're here for is just playing with cans. You know, that's all it is. Like, graffiti is just a style of painting. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just a way to paint. This is getting real goofy. You know what? What the hell? Let's just play with it. Let's just see what's going on. You know, you take the can, do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that, you know, and then you got a piece of art. And what do you got? You know, you got a masterpiece. You got a masterpiece of art. That's what you got. Okay, so this was Cyan, by the way, which is a really nice shade of blue, as you can see. I think we'll just leave it at that. Why don't we just chop in an outline real quick? Oh shit, I guess it was right there. You know, the cool thing about this too is you got an eraser in the can, so you could always go right back over it. So doing a 3D is really easy. I know I've covered it in other videos, but you never really want to be someone new that's new. Check this out, by the way. Check this out. Check this out. Boom. Got an eraser in the can. Okay, so 3Ds are really easy. So all you got to do is draw a line like that, right? And then just connect them. So, whoop. It's as simple as that. You know, if it's not perfect, don't worry if it's not perfect. You know, this is going like 40 miles an hour on a freight train going by. No one's gonna care. You know, it's crazy because like, I'll go to LA. You know, it's been a few years since I've been to LA, but you know, you'll go see some guy who's like doing like big productions and stuff. And even those guys, you'll see like little fine, like, you know, it's not gonna be as clean as it looks in the photo. You know what I mean? And
I think if you look at graffiti just through photos on the internet, it can kind of mess with your head, you know? But then when you see it in person, you're like, oh, it's not quite that clean. It's obviously, some people really are. There are just some people that are just, you know, they're gods with a can. I wouldn't say I'm one of those people. I'm just some dirty tagger kid that grew up. I mean, could you imagine me working at like an insurance place or something? I mean, good grief. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had a kid and I was like, you know, I got to do it, I'll do it. You know, but you know, I'd rather have fun. You know, if I was president, I'd be like, my rule is everyone have fun. Everything would fall apart. That's funny. You know, fuck that. You're right. There we go. Now that's quicker. Man, it is getting windy. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but the paint is starting to kind of like go this way.
It's everything you need to know about how to make a piece. You know, it's very basic stuff I'm doing here, but it'll just by copying this, I mean, you can do your own style. Like, style is relative. Do whatever you want. I don't care about that. But you're learning the foundation, how to sketch it out, how to outline it, do your 3D, and then drop some shines on it right there.
All right, so let's go ahead and put some shines on here. And this is like
the worst time to do shines, when it's windy like this. We'll go ahead and make do with what we got here. Now, one thing you can do is, I usually recommend using like a half full can. If you're going to do shines, like, you know, use a can that you've used about half of it with, because it's going to be a little bit lower pressure and you can get much nicer control with your shines. I only have a full can right now, so we're going to use that. But you could also let out some of the pressure, which helps a little bit. I mean, you don't have to do this, but it does help a little bit. So anyways, let's do this here. Shine right there. That. There. Cutbacks here, like that. I'll do cutbacks, GR. Okay, whatever you said. Very fun to paint with, actually. I had a fun time doing that. A little bit grimy, but it's a little bit windy out here today. But as you can see, I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with it, and you can't go wrong, man. It's very thick paint. If you like Rust-Oleum, you're going to really love the Acme paint. It's not going to come out all low and slow like the Molotov does, or like the Flame paint or some of the Montana cans do. It's going to have a little bit more pressure, a little bit more gusto like the Rusto, which I think a lot of you guys really appreciate. So if you're painting freights and stuff like that, this would be a great choice for you guys. So anyways, I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given us this year. We got some great stuff coming. You know, Chrome Week's going to come back very soon, sooner than you think. And we got a lot of great videos to make, so I will get back on that grindstone. And also shout out to Ed for being our filmmaker here. We're really happy to have him back. He's doing a killer job. And shout out to all the homies at Art Primo and all of you guys on YouTube, because without you, we wouldn't even be here. And isn't that crazy? So I bid you adieu.